Moshe story time today. We're going to read a blog from Footsteps from Judea, My Journey in Krav Maga in Life. This is blogs written during the year 2014. So these were written 6 years ago. The cover was designed by my nephew. It's hard to see, but it is a man, an ancient warrior with a bow walking through Judea. Clever artistic kind of work. It's not a zebra. This is a man. There's his beard. There's his nose. Here's his hand. Footsteps from Judea. You can buy it directly from us at IKI or online at Amazon. October 10th, 2014, Israel. The title of the blog is Learn Krav Maga or Anything. There are no secrets in learning. No one in the martial arts possesses supernatural powers. It is time to separate myth from fact, legend from truth, and movies from reality. Why am I saying this? Because you always see ads. Learn the secrets of martial arts. There are no secrets. Learn the hidden arts. There are no hidden arts. There's just secret ways to take your money. In Israel, we have an expression, be transparent. And I don't like these secret methods and secret techniques. There are no secret techniques. The secret to learning anything is quite simple. Stick with it. There are no Italians who cannot speak Italian. And even little Russian children can speak Russian fluently. Why? Because they stick to it day after day. I have trained for years, many years. Gradually I noticed that things became easier for me. People began referring to me as a natural athlete or gifted. Nothing could be further from the truth. I just worked at it for a long time. I recall once on the train, someone asked me some questions about punching. Now I can picture it. And it was in Woodmere on the Long Island Railroad. We had a long drive. I felt I had nothing much to offer. But an hour later, I was still discoursing, and then it occurred to me, over the years, I have indeed picked up a great deal of knowledge about boxing. But I didn't realize it until this guy asked me, and I spoke for over an hour. You stick around long enough, you learn a thing or two. Over the years, I began to notice subtle points that made the techniques much more efficient. How did this happen? Simply by trial and error. Simply by doing the same thing again and again. The simple secret is, if you do something long enough, you'll become an expert at it, or at least very good. But today, people want simple solutions. And if they don't master something right away, they give up. They never really tried. They never gave it a chance. I hear people complain that they are incapable of learning something. But then you look at them and there's always an excuse. You are taking martial arts classes, great, but how often do you train? It is easy to fool yourself. I train twice a week. Well, except for last week when I wasn't feeling well, or 2 weeks ago when my friend was in town, or next week I have a lot to do, but otherwise, and then they wonder why they cannot seem to make any progress. There's a new app. It is called a calendar. It is a piece of paper with dates on it. Years ago, when I was a student at the Oyama Dojo in New York City, I kept such a piece of paper, one per month. I had a system, very high tech, and I shared it with you in a previous video. Each time I attended a karate class, I would make a line on that date. Sometimes I would have 3 lines on one date, as I would attend the 7:15 a.m. class before work, and then the 6 p.m. class and 7 p.m. class after work. Thus, I was able to be honest with myself. Instead of saying I attend on a regular basis, I actually knew, with my incredibly advanced system, exactly how many lessons I attended. So the app is called the calendar, a piece of paper, you take a pen and you make a line. What I do is after 4 lines, make another line, and that's 5. Very high tech. I was amazed that often I did not attend as many lessons as I had thought. Our mind tends to exaggerate, especially our own ability. We remember things differently than how they actually happened. And yet, I did maintain an average of at least 5 lessons per week. As time went on, I improved. When I had first come in to watch a class, I was overwhelmed by the speed, power, and finesse of the karate students. They were younger than me and more muscular and fit. And then I recall the day that Grandmaster Saikoshen Shigeru Oyama took my hand and said, "You good fighter." That was a proud moment, a result of my dedication, of my coming to class every day. My secret? Stick with it. That's it. Now you know the secret to success. Never give up. Of course, there are more efficient methods of learning and less efficient methods of learning, i.e. the ones used in most regular schools. The problem with most teaching methods is they bore the students to death and only serve to increase the dropout rate. What can be done to improve learning? Attend seminars. Increases motivation, puts fresh blood into us, recharges the battery. Never stop learning. Understand that learning is never complete. If we are alive, we must remain students for life. I never want to hear, got it, we live, we learn. Keep it real and keep it exciting. Make sure the learning is related to the goal. If you are learning a language, then use it in the way that you want. Carry on conversations about topics that you find interesting. If you are learning martial arts, keep it related to your goals, self-defense or sports or tournaments. Stay natural. Use drills that use motions and patterns that are natural to us, not forced upon us. Learning to fight like a tiger takes longer than learning to fight as a human being. This is how we are built. Remember your goals. Most importantly, remember why you first started. Keep your goal in mind while focusing on the process. If you never forget your goal, you will never stop learning. And as long as you stick with it, you will improve. Guaranteed. And that is one of the very few guarantees we have in life. No more excuses.